admitted freely and honestly that we cannot do that to the full extent. First of all, we don't have the institutional structure in the country, and this is very important, and I explained it before, and I will re-explain it again, to help you move around. To have the press move freely, you need to have the police force understanding what the press means and that they have the right to move around. You need to have the society itself, the individual citizen, understanding what the freedom of press means and what the rights and the duties of the journalists are. You need the taxi drivers to understand that. You need everyone. You can't just impose it overnight when you don't have it and expect the society and the state to collaborate with you. I'm sure you understand that. So that's actually one of the reasons we were having this process of reform in Libya before the events started. One of the major proposed reforms in the country was the freedom of press, and we had a written new law for the press in Libya ready to be implemented this year alongside the constitution, which many of you already read or had a look at. So now, when we try as a government to allow you to move around, it's not easy. We need to convince all the institutions that are either part of the government or are not part of the government but part of the society. And this, of course, includes your security as foreign journalists inside Libya. And I am sure you all understand that there is a feeling of bitterness and anger and even wrath inside the Libyan society in regards to the NATO attacks, in regards to the victims that fall every day. So we have not built the means and the measures and the methods to provide freedom of press, and we can't do it just like that. So, but of course we also understand the solution is not to hold you back and to imprison you, if you like, in a hotel. And that's why lately I've been having meetings with my colleagues to try to find a middle way to allow you to go out and venture into the city and other cities other than Tripoli and find your own stories. But we need to kind of, if you like, start the revolution for the freedom of press in this hotel together. And we need to work on that honestly and transparently, so no one feels fooled or cheated by the other. Usually, important changes in society can be indeed initiated by war, but they usually happen or take place in peaceful times, because you need peace to have everyone relaxed and agreeing to the changes. What we are trying to do here is initiate changes, very important changes, in the way we deal with the media within a wartime. So we need you to respect us for that and help us move forward by being as honest, as transparent with us as possible. We don't want the security forces, the security elements of the state, the police force, the citizens, the normal citizens of Tripoli or other cities to come back to us and tell us stories about journalists, performing jobs other than their duty as journalists, which unfortunately we found to be the case with very, very, very small minority of journalists before. A case I discussed with some of you who have been here for a long time. In the next few days, we are working on that. We are holding meetings with the army, with the police force, with civil organizations, and once we reach a conclusion, we will let you know, and we cannot do it without your collaboration. So we are going to let let you have a look at the details and tell us what you think. One of the things I proposed, there is a separation that I do not like between you guys and Libyan media, Libyan journalists. I realize that as journalists, you always feel, you can hear me guys and the cameras are, yeah, so it's fine. That's supposed to be a 7-star hotel. The batteries, they must be the batteries. ولكن خليها معلش يا اخوي عادي هو اللي غالب بدينا يعني. I did try to get a number of Libyan journalists from different Libyan newspapers, Libyan TV, Libyan radio stations, especially those who speak English, to come and join you. For some reason, they never came here, apart from 2 or 3 of them. For some reason, they thought this was only for foreign journalists, which is not the case, of course. So I thought maybe the presence of Libyan media, Libyan press, will help you. First of all, they are journalists, so you have a common background. They have similar concerns. Of course, apart from them being Libyan citizens and worried about their country and their families, but they have similar journalist concerns to you. They also look for stories. And believe me, Libyan media and Libyan press are deeper and much more inquiring than you might give them credit for. You will meet them. They're very good people and they are very good journalists. Yes, they work within difficult conditions. We admitted many times. Before the crisis, I was heading a media institution, a major one in the country, that owned and managed a few TV stations, radio stations, newspapers, in addition to some cultural institutions like theater, photography, painting, and stuff like that.